Hello, my name is Zaynab. My Reverted story starts in January. Me and my sister, we decided we wasn't going to smoke any marijuana anymore. So we wanted to do like a challenge for ourselves. So we decided to participate in Ramadan to where we would, wear the hijabs and we would read the Quran and we would stop smoking altogether. Now, in doing this, I started researching more. As we started looking at YouTubes online. And what really reverted me was a speech I heard from Monk about the Muslim woman, and it really set in my soul. And at that time, I was working to where I would have to drive like an hour away. So I would have the Quran always on as I go to work and as I come back from work. So during that whole month, I literally listened to the whole Quran. And I kept up with my tutors with Mufi Monk. And there's another woman, I can't remember her name, but she's on there as well. And she just talks about the Muslim woman and just the things of a Muslima and how Islam is. And what really got me was just the peace of mind, of self. Just more, it was more peaceful in my heart. So, March, I started going to the mosque in Mounts Corner, which was a great mosque, and I met some wonderful people there. So there I joined, I reverted March 15th because I wanted to stop smoking point blank period. So that's how I just started. I was like, okay, we'll go through this. I'm gonna stop smoking. And then as I started this journey of no smoking, I started my Quran and I started reaching out to different people and seeing different things. And I just realized, okay, this is where I want to be. I don't want to be anywhere else. This is peace. This is solitude. This is exactly what embodies everything of who I am and who I aspire to be. It just was everything for me. So that's my revert story.
So how did you learn about Islam?
Basically, I just went to Audible. I downloaded the Quran on my Audible, and then I started listening. And then after that, when I was going home, I passed a masjid in Mounts Corner. So I just stopped and I said, okay, let me just stop by. And I wasn't able to go in that day. So the next day I went in and then it was during Ramadan. So, they was there every day. So I just started going every day, every day, every day. And then it was about like March. They was like, are you Muslim? Have you said your shahada? And I was like, no. And he was like, oh my God, I would have never known. And I was like, yeah, I never said that. I'm just here to really basically listen and learn. And she was like, what is really keeping you from that? And I was like, honestly, I don't know. And she just explained to me what I would need to do and what I would say and how everything would be. And prior to this, I already read the Quran, like already, it just was, I knew Charleston Mosque was here, but I knew it was kind of far because I was working far away. So when I passed the one in Moncks Corner, I stopped there first, and it was wonderful. And then ever since I said everything, it was wonderful. I just keep practicing my prayers, having them on time, and just making sure everything went great. And then I have children, so I started bringing my children. And then my daughter, she doesn't wear dresses like that. But when I was like, okay, I'm going to the masjid, and one of the girls from the mosque gave her a dress, Emily was like, oh, I'm going to wear this. And she never really wears dresses. So for her to be ecstatic to put the dress on and come with me, it was just like, oh my gosh. It was just everything to me. I was like, oh, alhamdulillah. Everything is falling into play. And I didn't know I would revert. I just knew I wanted to change one thing about myself. So I decided to take a step in doing that. And when I did, it just was just a rush of joy and of peace of mind that you just realize you didn't even need that if you had Islam. Like you wouldn't, if you had that then years ago. Where would you have been? You'd be so much further. And it was just like a light bulb for me and my children. It was great.
Is there any challenges that you face right now?
Challenges that I face, I'm not gonna lie, that morning prayer would be the challenge that I face. I really try to get up at the 5:30 time frame, but I'm always like off. So just practicing getting up on time for my prayers and making sure I'm saying my prayers throughout. Like I have my book beside me, so I'll read off, but I'm trying to get where I don't need my book anymore. I can just go ahead and just say it without the book. So yeah, honestly, the biggest challenge is taking the time out to really read in knowledge, because converting is one thing, but understanding what you're converting through thoroughly is another. You got to make sure you understand your Quran, and then after you go into your hadiths and things like that. But it's is such a water fountain of knowledge. It's just like you'll never get dry, because it's just always something new you're going to learn every day. And that's where I'm at. Like I'm always uncovering new things that I didn't know before that I know now. And I just, put them into practice, even of how your home is set up and just how things are in your home. I'm realizing, okay, there's a way Islam has for that. And that way so I started putting those things into play. And it's just a pillar of steps. And if you follow those steps, it's just such a peace of mind. For me, it's just such a peace of mind.